Alright, Ben here with Tiger Scorpion Self-Defense Tactics. I'm about to finally go over my chart. Alright, so these are all the angles of the attacks. It can be with baton, it can be with a stick, your pen, and of course the knife. So this point right here is for your straight in strikes. This also covers angles of punching. You got your straight in punches, you got your elbows, hook elbows, uppercut elbows, and also it covers your hooks for your punches. So hooks, they come in straight from the side, so they're shooting out like that. That covers these angles. The elbows going up covers the down, up and out. Point of contact would be here, so it's going up and hit, up and hit. You got your downward elbows coming down to the point there and there. And elbow for that one, we ain't doing stuff like that. There's no elbow for that. But for, let's see, of course these are your uppercuts, your elbows, and plus it's from your alignment. When you look at the person's form, even when they're doing straight punches, their arm is still like this, their point of contact is here. Same with the opposite hand on the left. Point is there, contact. When it comes to knife fighting though, knives, I'm going to use my stick. So angles of slash is what this diagram is for on the knives. So you got that, you got the straight down, you got the up, and then you got the cross this way, cross that way, and straight, of course. Now this point for knives and swords or whatever, this point is your straight in. And when it comes to knives, when you go straight in, you exit and pull out a different angle. When you go in, you pull one way, or you pull this way, or pull that way, depending on what you hit and what you're striking at. But that's for what this is. Just like all your pen, it's the same for your pens, straight in, your point of contact. So that's pretty much covers that. All right, now let's talk about attack patterns. I got it reversed. So their right is over here and their left is over here. Now when their attacks come in, if they're like this, they're straight. See the angles of the straight punches? There they got the triangle right here. Straight punches. The hooks, they're extending their hooks. They're here and here on it. So to understand how to deal with the attacks, if you got the right-handed person leading with the right hand and the elbows out like this, you're going to be taking this angle on the hand. So when they're punching out, you're going over this way. You're doing a step, cross, push over on the outside. And when it's their other hand, you're stepping side and pushing out on the other way. Depending on how which leg they lead with. Like I'm leading, this is my left, and I'm more dominant with my left. So their weaker hand's gonna be straight out this way. Their stronger hand usually is in the back. Me, I'm multi, I can swap between both. But usually jabs, cross is what comes after jabs. And their haymakers are always going to be from their back leads with their stronger hand. But when we're looking at the straight punches, their elbows are always going to be pretty much like that. Their attack, even if they don't have the actual form right, their attack's still going the same way. So how do we deal with it? We go on the outside of their arms. We can do also the upward coming over when we go for grabs and stuff like that. We usually go over the arm. That's this one and that one. Now, let's talk about weapon-wise. The weapon-wise is pretty much like the same, except they're going to have extended. They're going to be doing longer extensions. Usually some people go way back here. They don't know what they're doing. They're flinging like this. But we're still looking at the same angles, staying on the outside of the attacks. And these we have to step in for. We're going to be doing the inward attack when they do the wide ones, because we want to get in to block. So if they're straights, we're trying to stay on the outside and backing off with the faster attacks. Now if they're the crazy side, swing all their power into it, we're looking to step out and to the opposite side to absorb the incoming blow. That covers pretty much that part. Now when we're looking at like throws, grabs, and stuff like that, and we're looking to get under here, instead we'll be shooting in on different sides. So we'll be going, if they punch, we'll be sliding in under here to trap behind the elbow. And same thing on this one, trap under the elbow when they're coming in, from which side. So we're shooting in under their attack. So pretty much we're going for that. If they're shooting this arm out, we're going for where their elbow was. So we're shooting in behind it. And that pretty much covers those attacks coming in. Haymakers are a little different. Usually I rather come in and block when they go for the haymakers. Technically, fast fighting is, it's kind of hard to get grabs in until they start slowing down anyway, because their fists are moving fast, and once they start slowing down, that's when you can get into more of the grabs and stuff like that. You can always step in to keep them off balance though, to wear them out even faster. But that's what the angles usually are good for. Understanding your opponent is one of the best ways to figure out how to defeat them. So if you know all your weaknesses and you train to overcome your weaknesses, then you also end up knowing how your opponent is going to be fighting. You can easily study them and figure them out too. But it's all about science, a little bit of science and mixed with martial arts, you can pretty much figure it out. Alright, so now we're going to get into the more advanced for knives and swords and stuff like that, and your sticks, of course. So you want to think about a clock, and first we're going to start out with, it's going to be I'm going 11 to 5 and then 1 to 7. If you're right-handed, it's going to be 1 to 7, 11 to 5. So it's going to go like this. Now you can do it offensively. It doesn't matter which stance you're in. You just practice seeing those cuts or stick shots. I usually keep my elbows in closer. You don't want to be out here for your training, because when you're actually in a fight, you want your elbows closer to your body so that it's easier to move your body around if they come in to grab. And plus, I don't want my weapon out there for them to grab it. So we're going just like this. Next, we're going to look at going, I'm going to be going from 9 to 4, 9 to 4, and then it's going to be 2 to 8. So 2 to 8. So 9 to 4, 2 to 8. This is the little bit wider swings, angles. So you could just practice that. Next, we're going to go into the cross the body. So I'm going 9 to 3 and back. So I'm 9 to 3. You're going to be 3 to 9 if you're right-handed. Just going across and back. Now we're going to go into the reverse. So reverse, I'm going to go, well first let's do the straight. I forgot to do the straight. So it's pretty much 12 to 6, 12 to 6. 12 to 6 is more if you're doing the sword play and stuff like that, 12 to 6. But you can also do straight shots like this. And since we're about to go to the unders, we're going to go 12 to 6 and then 6 to 12 back up. So up, back up. You can go 12 to 6 stepping out, or you can go 12 to 6 stepping this way. So 12 to 6, step up. 12 to 6, step back the other way. It's more like a slash and then block coming in. So all right, now we're going up, angles up. I'm going 7 to 1, 1 to 7, 7 to 1, 1 to 7. You're going to be going 11, so you're going from 5 to 11, 5 to 11 up, and 11 to 5 down. And pretty much that's the next step anyways afterwards. So we'll be going, I'm going from here down, and then I'm going to go up and down. These are just training exercises. So once we're done with that one, we're going to go into 8 to 2. Mine's going to be 8 to 2, 2 to 8. Yours is going to be from 4 to 10, 4 to 10, and 10 to 4. And it's the next step. So I go from here down, and then I come across, go up and down. And then we just go back to cross, straight, and then we can just start repeating the cycle And then you can just implement whatever you want. Just keep training the different angles. And then later on we'll get into doing footwork with it. But this is only strictly the training for the knives and sticks and the different angles. Alright, so we just went over some exercises for the angles and stuff like that. The clock. Now I'm going to talk about with knives. I think the circle, technically you can have the circle big, and then also you can have just a small circle, so it's quicker. So it's quicker for the cuts using knives, or well, sticks. You kind of do the same, but it's better for the knives because we're doing quicker work. When it comes to knives, you don't always have to have these cuts going in angles like this. When it comes to knives, you can do little circles with it, just cutting and circling out. That's one thing I like about the Karambit, is you're able to change angles, and I'll be covering this in a separate video because I want to do a long one, but I can always change the direction of the blade if I wanted to. I could strike out that way and stuff like that, but that's for a single video, and that pretty much covers this video. I hope you liked my video. I'm still going to be probably doing knives because I do want to do a Baosong butterfly knife video, and I definitely want the Karambit video. So thanks for watching my video. I'll catch you next time.